Cthulhu.
Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals of the winners bracket for the Orange LAN tournament right here, being held live in Malaysia. And of course, this is between TTC competitive team as well as Orange Esports Malaysia. What an exciting game we are bound to have right here. My name is Bex, and joining me, of course, is Arctic Shadow. We are from Team TrollCasting, and this is bound to be an exciting game. Of course, the banning phase is complete right here, so why don't you take us through the bans, Arctic?
I don't want to, just because Cthulhu isn't banned here. We see Tremble, Bubbles, Monarch, Tempest, Parasite, Torture, Pebbles, and Magmas all being banned in the pool of heroes. But sadly, Cthulhu wasn't banned. I was really looking forward to a Cthulhu ban, to be honest, or at least maybe an Ophelia ban. But this is both heroes were not banned, so that's really interesting to see. I really want to see how Legion team is gonna think about countering the Cthulhu, because as we spoke about this earlier, you know, Cthulhu is just 2 S4 right now. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, basically when you say S4, it's just too OP, because I don't know, he's just so tanky. He's able to retreat into the jungle when needed to farm, and you know, I would have preferred to see him banned in this game instead of constantly being picked up first pick or first ban. It's starting to get a bit annoying, I would say. But yeah, okay, let's go over the picks a bit here. Hellborn side, we see Cthulhu, Midas, and Electrician. Wow, so this pretty much looks like what Orange lineup was previously in the game.
Yeah, so I myself is surprised as well that Cthulhu isn't banned. Expecting both teams to try and ban it, to be honest, but obviously the Legion team knows something that we do not, so they have something up their sleeves, I believe. In fact, they are right shadow picking the War Beast, and they might actually go with that. I believe the backdooring is allowed in this tournament, and shadow picking Chronos, I would love to see that, but of course I doubt that would happen. And of course Geomancer as well, so an indirect shout out to me, I believe that would be. But yeah, the Hellborn lineup just so strong right now. Cthulhu, Midas, and Electrician, 3 insanely strong heroes. You know, Midas, despite having that nerf, Cthulhu as well on the Hookem nerf, but they are still very, very strong and very, very difficult to deal with. Legion side though, we have Plague Rider, Valkyrie, Blacksmith, and Polywalk Priest. So a more conventional, not really conventional, I would say. I mean, Blacksmith and Polywalk Priest. You know, as Shure, aka Random Digits, would always say, he feels that, you know, the time for Polywalk Priest is over, right? The meta game has shifted to a more tanky style, you know, less of a push style. So Polywalk Priest is no longer that effective. But we do see the Legion team going for that, and Blacksmith as well. Now that is really unusual, a very, very unusual pickup. But at the same time, we get to see a Leprechaun Blacksmith, which is always exciting. And Hellborn team, if they finish up with those two, I am gonna be astonished.
Yeah, definitely here. If you take a look at the Legion side, it's pretty. I wouldn't say it's unconventional, but not conventional as well. You know, they have the Plague Rider and Valkyrie, pretty standard heroes. But like you said, Polywog Priest, his time is up for competitive play, to be honest, because you know, with the game changing into the tanky meta game, Polywog wards. Even if you ward trap a tank, he's just gonna hit his way out and probably get away there. So and going up against a Cthulhu, Midas, and even Electrician, they can all run away. And finally, the lineup for the Hellborn side is gonna be Cthulhu, Midas, Electrician, Emerald Warden, and Aluna. And right now, I'm leaning more towards the Hellborn side. They have a really strong lineup here. You know, that Midas and I mean the Electrician and Cthulhu is just going to do so much damage up front. Midas is going to be in the background doing so much damage as well. Emerald Warden is going to have so much farm, and one of Wang Wang's key heroes as well, one of his signature heroes, more to say. And Aluna support. So we see Orange starting to pick up Aluna as a support hero, like what Impunity did as well. So they are shifting towards that kind of supports as well. So if you see from the Hellborn side, they don't have the conventional support heroes here. They have Aluna as the only, I would say, support in their team, and the rest of them is just really tanky. I believe Cthulhu is going to be jungling. Is being played by Mr. Ghost, of course. Electrician solo side lane, Poker Face. Warden's going to be mid solo, and Midas, Aluna? No, Midas is going to wait. Hold on. This is Electrician and Aluna laning together. That's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, anyway, the Legion side full lineup is going to be Polywog Priest, Pestilence, Valkyrie, Plague Rider, and Blacksmith. Right now, I'm still going to have to say I'm leaning more towards the Hellborn side, just because they have more stuns and disables here. Cthulhu has a stun, Electrician has a grip, Emerald Warden has a silence as well as the trap. Midas has his combination can just burst out so much damage as well as a stun, and Aluna has one as well. So this Legion team, they just have to get that BKB, that shrunken hit, sorry.
Yeah, so like you pointed out, the lineup for Legion team, on paper at least, is kind of inferior to the Hellborn team. Just Hellborn team have such strong heroes in their composition right here, and I think it is all gonna be coming down to the middle lane between that Polywog Priest and whoever the Hellborn team is gonna send. Probably Emerald Warden, I would imagine, to the middle lane perhaps. But I think it is all gonna depend on that, because if Polywog Priest can do a great job at the middle lane, as we have crashed. So get S2'd, son. Hold on, we are gonna try and fix this really quick. So our apologies right there, some technical issues with the game itself. We got S2'd, but already one hero kill in favor of the Legion team so far. So things are looking good for the Legion team. And of course the kill was claimed by Pestilence with 20,000 gold per minute. That is legit right there. And yeah, so we were discussing about the hero picks. Yeah, I think it does. The Polywog Priest is gonna play an important role. And I don't know. So it is going to be a Midas going up against a Valkyrie as well as a Blacksmith. But I imagine Blacksmith will be roaming around, you know, trying to help the bottom lane as much as he can. And of course, bottom lane, it is going to be a solo Polywalk Priest going up at Emerald Warden, Cthulhuphant, and Aluna. That is not a nice lane to be in. Like, I would not want to be in right now. And of course, top lane though, we have Pestilence going up against, I believe that is Electrician. So on paper, at least Electrician should have that lane. But fortunately, Pestilence has the support in the form of that Plague Rider. So that is looking good for him. So 1 kill on right here. What do you think of the hero composition as we gank onto the bottom lane? Stun comes out. Polywalk Priest in a lot of trouble, trying to go back into the forest. Cthulhuphant does not have mana. 1 hit left, uses the health pot and will be able to survive for now at least. Cthulhuphant trying to find him and actually runs into him. But will he go down? Stun, and he will get taken out. So 1 death for Polywalk Priest right there at that bottom lane. So the hero kills is 1-1. But of course, not much you can do at the bottom lane. He was going up 1-3. So what do you think of the game as possible action? No. So what do you think of the game, Eric?
Yeah, so far so good. We see early action in this game, just 2 minutes in this game, 2 kills already. I'd like to see a lot more action, of course, as Cthulhuphant now looking to maybe get an early tower kill here. Top lane as well, Electrician taking some harass, but he is responding to it as well. He's standing his ground. But yeah, bottom lane is an Aluna Emerald Warden along with a Cthulhuphant in the jungle, you know, coming out once in a while to try and help out a bit. And bottom lane, regeneration rune, so that's gonna help Valkyrie, I think. Oh, Valkyrie is making his way bottom. Middle lane is going to be a Polywalk Priest up against a Midas. They are switching it up a little bit. That is good. Top lane is going to be a Pestilence Plague Rider against an Electrician. What's he sitting there? Oh, wow. Arrow hitting onto Cthulhuphant here. He could be in some trouble. He's going to stun away, though, and he will not be in any more trouble other than that. And here's some shots coming out there as well. So, the crowd getting into this game as well. Bottom lane. Valkyrie has switched up to the bottom lane along with that Blacksmith, trying to go up against this dual lane here, Aluna and Emerald Warden. Look at Pestilence though. After that Bloodlust kill, he's just stored in farm. Plague Rider trying to continuously harass the Electrician to provide him no room for you know, no room to breathe at all, no room to actually get any farm. But right now, besides the Pestilence, look at the rest of the Legion side. They are not doing very well in terms of GPM, so the Hellborn side definitely doing a really good job controlling this game thus far.
Yup, and of course only still 2 kills just thus far. More action at the top lane. Plague Rider trying to throw out some harass, but unfortunately it is an Electrician, and Electrician is just so tough to deal with, especially against when he is in a solo lane. Middle lane, I'm really glad they did the switch up. I actually expected Polywalk Priest to go mid to begin with, so definitely prefer this switch up, and hopefully he does do well against the Midas. It isn't gonna be easy. Of course, Midas a very strong hero, and he can burst you down so easily. But at the same time, Polywalk Priest can be really strong in the right hands. A stun onto Electrician right here. The chase is on, but he turns on the shield, and that should be all for now. They do not have their boots either, so they cannot pursue any further. And now a Valkyrie trying to pick up on some farm. I believe he does have 8 creeps compared to a what is Emerald Warden at 17, so not doing too good right there. Emerald Warden doubling his creep kills. So essentially Hellborn is winning the middle as well as the bottom lane. Top lane, I guess you call it, they are winning as well, simply because Electrician is just so strong. Look at that, even going up against 2 heroes, he is able to stand his ground. And look at this, Cthulhuphant is making his way, so possible gank setup. Meanwhile at the middle lane though, Midas does take the illusion rune, so more map control for him, and still no action just yet. Here we go, grip onto Plague Rider, but no trample is gonna miss. Failed trample right there from Cthulhuphant, and now we are turning the tables. Cthulhuphant in a lot of trouble. He is dropping hit points, but he still has mana for 1 trample. Will he be able to get away? The answer is no. And now Pestilence needs to get out of there. Does he have his boot? Yes, he does. So they do nab a kill onto Cthulhuphant. Failed trample is fail. So what do you have to say about that?
Just really good job by Plague Rider, juking out that trample. I believe it was a little bit untimed. If he timed it a bit correctly, he wouldn't have missed it, that is for sure. So yeah, 2-1 in favor of the Legion team. This game is looking really close right now. And without a doubt, these two teams are really strong here, Orange and TTC as well. Bottom lane is still Valkyrie and Blacksmith going up against that Aluna, Emerald Warden. No action just thus far. Let's take a look at the stats here, as Emerald Warden sitting at 256 gold per minute with 22 creep kills and 6 denies, compared to Valkyrie sitting at 190 gold per minute and 14 and 9 creep kills and denies respectively. So definitely Emerald Warden is enjoying the better side of the farm at that bottom lane. Middle lane, Polywalk Priest is allowed to free farm a little bit right now, as whereas Midas actually gone back to regen on some HP, so this will provide Polywalk Priest with a slight advantage right now. Will he be able to get to level 6 in time? Midas has TP'd back now, he has reached level 6 as well. So Aluna though, he is just camping that bottom double damage rune, waiting for, I believe, Pokerface to go pick it up. There you go, he's gonna roam bottom now to pick it up. And yeah, that's really good rune control from the Hellborn side. We have seen an exchange of runes from both teams. Legion team picking up 2 runes and Hellborn side picking up 1. So like I said, pretty even right now. And I don't know whose game is it right now, Ayman.
It is pretty much both of their games, because it's so even as possible. Gang at the top lane, no, Cthulhu will not choose. As bottom lane, Emerald Warden taking some pressure right here, and will he go down? He is very narrowly making his escape, but Aluna might not be so fortunate. Blacksmith almost has his stun, trying to juke in the trees. Power Troll comes out, still no stun just yet. There we go, finally gets a stun. So Blacksmith gets the kill, fortunately Aluna did sacrifice his life to save Emerald Warden. It's a good play by him, but 3-1 in favor of the Legion team. But looking at these stats, it is still dead and center. Look at that gold icon as well as the experience icon. And now Polywalk Priest keeping to the top lane and just choosing to walk away. So that is an interesting TP right there. So he is going back to the middle lane. Not too sure what was going on. I thought they would want to push or something, but I don't know. They can definitely push with the Polywards, but I don't know. Do you think they should push with the wards?
I'd like to see them start pushing down some towers, because they are capable of doing so. They have their Polywalk wards, as you pointed out, which does so much damage to towers. But looking at the Hellborn lineup, I think they're going to be able to defend it really easily. So I'm pretty sure Polywalk Priest is just waiting for the perfect moment when the whole Hellborn side is not around to try and maybe take down the tower really quickly. But yeah, taking a look at the GPM tab, Pestilence still top farmer of the game with 360 GPM, dropping down from about 400 after that early Bloodlust kill. Minus is following, I guess you could say, closely behind with 285. Next up is of course Valkyrie. So this game is really even. If you look at the gold and experience advantage at the top, it's virtually 0 right now. As both teams are just really experienced, both not making the mistakes that they have to make, key players getting the farm that they need as well. So both teams showing the experience and, you know, the calmness in their plays. So hopefully we have a really good game on our hands, definitely.
Yep, and of course we are still not seeing any action just yet. Both teams do not want to overcommit, do not want to make any mistakes. You know, all it takes is one little mistake and, you know, momentum will build, and it might even cost you the game. And now Cthulhu has been leeching off in this middle lane, finally gonna make his move to the bottom lane right there, as Midas reaching level 8, so a lot of burst damage, as Polywalk Priest needs to be careful, trying to de-ward, but the illusion comes in, so trying to delay that de-ward even further. Actually got it at the bottom lane though. Blacksmith gonna run into the trap, and they need to be careful as Cthulhu is in their jungle, but they are not aware of it. They do not have a water side, but Blacksmith gonna run into this Cthulhu. No trample yet. There we go, finally uses the trample. Wolves gonna be called as well. Silence onto the Blacksmith, but simply not enough output. There we go, Power Throw, just so much damage output. Finally takes him out. And now Plague Rider coming in, but he does not have his ulti. Really unfortunate. If he had his ulti, that would have killed him. Wow, look at that Power Throw. So Valkyrie does go down. That just shows you how strong that Power Throw is early game. So 2 kills for Aluna right there.
There's a double tap coming out for Aluna. They have pulled back 2 kills here, and it is tied on score now, 3-3. And Polywalk Priest has to be really careful here. He could easily be, oh my gosh, Polywalk Priest, what are you doing? He's gonna try and run for his life here, but Wolves gonna be used, and Midas could easily catch him here. He is gonna elemental warp in. Okay, he's not. He's fine now. And Polywar Priest will be able to get away here. So spotting it just in time, and now Pestilence is the one that has to be really careful here. He does not want to overcommit. He's taking a lot of damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage coming out from. But he does pick up his PK though, so that is a huge boost for him and the Legion side. But it's 3-3. Look at that advantage bar. Nothing. 10 minutes into this game is so dead and center right now. The key heroes that are supposed to get the farms, you know, Emerald Warden is getting his farm, Midas is getting the farm, Pestilence is getting his farm as well, Valkyrie is picking up on his farm as well. So, but yeah, Valkyrie did die down there at the bottom lane. That's gonna halter him a little bit, but not too much though. I can only assume, and we'll see. We'll have to see who makes the first mistakes and who continuously makes those mistakes as well. So.
Yeah, right now the ball is in Legion's court simply because of that early puddle key, and as well as the Plague Rider ultimate. You always keep in mind that ultimate is just so strong, the Plague Boo ultimate. So they can definitely take advantage of that. They haven't even used the Polywog awards so far, so I definitely want to see them push. They can definitely do so, especially with the portal key pickup by Pestilence so early on. But I guess they really just don't want to risk it as possible. Gank onto this mid lane. Midas coming in, transmute onto Blacksmith. He gets taken out, but look at Pestilence. He will take out that Emerald Warden. So gets revenge for his ally. Trample coming in from that Cthulhu. Uses the ultimate as well, but stun from Pestilence will save his life. Trying to elemental warp in, but not enough mana to use his combo any further. And of course, at the same time, Valkyrie just enjoying some free farm at the bottom lane. So all is still good. 4-4. It is still dead and center this game. The Plague Rider has the ultimate, so Hellborn should not overcommit right here. And still, Polywog Priest still has not used his ultimate. I really want to see him use that ulti. Just the ultimate is just so good, you know. You should use it every time it's off cooldown, whether to set up ganks, to push tower. Just such an effective tool, and definitely want to see more of that.
Yep, definitely want to see that Polywog Priest set off some wards here. Just maybe to ward trap someone or even attempt to push down a tower, as Blacksmith is a bit out of position here, Mr. BombX3. You could easily get caught off guard and burst down, as Midas now TPing his way top. Oh, Pestilence going in for the kill onto Aluna, but backup is coming though. They have to get out there really quickly. Midas going in, but misses the first kill, but the stun will hit, and nonetheless, as Emerald Warden comes in with the silence as well. Pestilence, he is running away for his life. PK up right now. Will we see a PK? There we go. PK out, but oh, Plague Rider, you just ran the wrong way, my friend. Ulti, no, he's gonna get a static grip and he will drop down. If he had released that ultimate, that would have been big plays coming out from that Plague Rider. But now Blacksmith, he could be, no, he's gonna be fine as well. So 5-5 this game. Both teams just trading off kills constantly, supports for supports. And you know, again, the key heroes that are supposed to get farm are getting farm. So this game is just starting to get even more exciting.
Yep, definitely true. And of course, Cthulhu has not been able to make his presence felt thus far. Only with his Blood Chalice now 13 minutes in. So not having the best of times, as now Polywog Priest as well as Blacksmith at the middle lane going up against the Electrician. And again, I know I keep saying this and I'm pretty much sounding like a broken record, but why you know Voodoo Wards, man?
That is true, that is true. I guess he's just trying to find the perfect time to use it. He hasn't really been able to use it because the Hellborn side has been really passive at that middle lane, and every time he tries to push it down, the whole Hellborn team, see, they just come and then he's not able to do anything at all. So he's just trying to pick up on his farm, spamming those electric jolts. Top lane, we see Pestilence continuing his farm. He has that steam boost now as well. Valkyrie, what's he at? 929 gold with a steam boost. What will he be picking up? I believe he will most probably get a shield breaker here, sitting at 240 gold per minute. Nice ward placements here though by Team Orange. Spotting this Polywog Priest, he could be in some trouble if he overcommits here, as the Legion side now roaming around trying to look for Cthulhu, but they have a ward of sight here, so Hellborn side, you guys could be in a lot of trouble, my friends. There you go, static grip onto Plague Rider, instantly Pestilence gets transmuted, but nice stun there. Big Plague Rider coming out, bouncing between Electrician. Nice Polywog wards onto him as well, and he will drop down. But sadly, Blacksmith will drop as Cthulhu comes in. So Pestilence gonna stun by wrong direction, my friend, as Cthulhu takes down Pestilence, and Valkyrie is joining up with the fight as well. But they are chasing down this Polywog Priest, and yeah, that's gonna be it, I guess, as Wolves will be used though. Arrow gonna miss as well, as Plague Rider, you could be in some trouble as he's running away. 7-6 now in favor of the Hellborn side. 1 kill advantage here. And it just looks like, even look at the gold per minute. If you look at the gold per minute, as Bex is just playing around my keyboard right now, look at that. It's so centered. It's so even out here. You can tell by just a 1k gold lead for the Hellborn side. This is just starting to be even more and more exciting. 7-6 in advantage of the Hellborn side. Though who dropped down? Blacksmith as well as Plague Rider dropped down there last flash. So yeah, both those heroes dropping down there sadly. But Hellborn side, Aluna was it that dropped down? I can't remember. Anyway, support for supports, I guess. And yeah.
Yeah, that could have swung completely the other way. Midas was so fortunate with that transmute onto Pestilence right there, almost missing, just barely on the edge. So very, very fortunate. He have not transmuted that guy, he would have been completely different that fight. But still, like you pointed out, it's just so even. All the heroes are getting farmed right now. Look, taking a quick look at items. Pollywog Priest saving up some money right here, so probably gonna go for a portal key. Big fan of that. You know, even more mobility as well as initiation from the Legion team on top of that Pestilence portal key. Valkyrie does have his quick blade, so many ways you can go with that, so we'll have to wait and see first. And of course Blacksmith as well as Plague Rider doing a great job of supporting the game thus far. Hellborn team though, no major item pickups just yet as they are trying to take down his mill tower. Fortification is used though. Port is cancelled, so that is a bit interesting. So the Hellborn team will get their mill tower for free. So essentially a wasted fortification as well as a homecoming stone right there. Not too sure what was going on. And yeah, Electrician did pick up his Helm of the Black Legion, so that is going to greatly improve his survivability right there. And looking at Emerald Warden, has the components of an Assassin Shroud. So I know you are a big fan of that.
Yeah, definitely Emerald Warden, one of my favorite heroes to play, especially with an Assassin Shroud. The amount of burst damage that he does is just so insanely high. But if the Legion team starts ganking him, that is gonna stop him in his tracks, and that Assassin Shroud will be basically useless here. So the Legion team just basically cannot allow this Emerald Warden to farm the Assassin Shroud. They have to keep on ganking him. They have to take him down, because if he gets the Assassin Shroud, that's gonna, you know, be really hard for the Legion team to actually come back into this game. He does have a Steam Staff right now, so just about 1,300 gold away from picking up that Assassin's Shroud. But so far 7-6, still no action just yet. Both teams contented with picking up on their farm. It's still a 1k gold advantage for the Hellborn side. Valkyrie at that bottom lane, only with that quick blade. He has to be really careful though. He has no wards in this area. He does not want to overcommit against this Cthulhu here. He could easily get stunned. And look at this. Midas coming in from the side. Valkyrie, you could be in a lot of trouble. He is trying to juke into the forest here. Is he thinking about it? There you go. He's going to get spotted. Will he leap? Oh, leaping. Oh, nice leap away just in time as Electrician going to use that ulti. And he will survive. Arrow going to hit as well. 4.5 second arrow. Plague Rider coming in now with Polywar Priest. Polywar Wars. There we go. And ward trapping the Electrician. He's going to go down. Especially thinking about going in onto this Cthulhu, but they will do no further. 7-7 in tied up now. Wow, this game is just really, I don't know, it's just so even. I can't even tell who's winning.
Yup, as now portal key picked up by Polywog Priest, so that is going to improve their initiation even more. And it is going to be a tower exchange right here. Hellborn team pushing the top lane and Legion team pushing the bottom lane. Fortification is used on the Hellborn side though. Yeah, like you wanna just so dead and centered. I even spoke with Bomb X3 before the game started. You know, he said that they really have to play 100% if they want to win this game. Because Orange is such a strong team. You know, arguably the best in Malaysia right now and one of the current best in Southeast Asia. So they're doing a great job despite this only being their first tournament together.
Yeah, definitely. You can see, like, you know, the teamwork. They have been training a lot the past few nights, but it's going to be a trade-off of towers. Legion team did take down 2 towers at the bottom lane, but so will the Hellborn team at this top lane, I assume. Unless the Hellborn side decides to defend this. Are they going to go in now? No, they're not going to go in. As bottom lane here, Valkyrie, you're in the wrong place, sir, but you will leap away just in time. Electrician trying to juke in and try to find you. Cthulhu going to miss the stun as well. Sadly, as the Legion team won't be able to back off safely. So just a trade of towers, and look again, the gold and experience advantage is dead and centered yet again. So a really interesting game on our hands we have. And I don't even know what to say. I'm just hoping that both sides put up one hell of a fight against each other, and I'm just looking forward to a really good game. If you look at the Hellborn side, their farm is so even across all the heroes. 276 to 176. There's only 100 gold per minute, separating the lowest GPM and the highest. If you compare that to the Legion side, of course, Blacksmith sitting at 86 gold per minute compared to Pestilence at 350. There's a huge gap between the first and the last and the top. And the last GPM there. And yeah, it's just really interesting to see how it plays out. Who do you think will come out on top based on the GPM form right now?
I still give it for the Legion team simply because they have 2 portal keys. I'm not really taking into account the gold per minutes. I'm basing it on items mostly. Because again, like I always say, just the portal key is one of the best items in the game. Next to only Sheepstick, of course. As Hellborn are gonna get this bottom tower. And no, Legion team are not going to contend for it, as they are making their way to the bottom lane though, thinking about it, but they do not have any vision in the area, so they need to be careful. Emerald Warden does have her Assassin Shroud as well, so they need to take note of that. Hopefully they do get a blue ward of something of the sort to deal with that. Valkyrie though, she does have her Firebrand as well as a Mighty Blade, so gonna get that Frostburn really soon. Once she gets that, hopefully she can split that into a Geometer's Bane as well as a Frostful Skull relatively quickly. And they really need more clashes in my opinion, because I still think they have the advantage for now. But Hellborn lineup, like you said before we started the game, they have such strong heroes like Electrician and Cthulhu. They can just take such a beating. So if Legion team aren't careful, they can easily throw the game away. All it takes is one game and they could lose.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, now in this game it is still so even right now. Dead and center 7-7, no kill advantage for either side. And look at the dewarding done by both teams, just doing such a huge job and good job in dewarding from both sides here. Both not giving any map vision to either team, not wanting to provide that extra, how to say, advantage so to say here. But if you look at the Legion team, they have 4 towers down now, something like that. Yeah, 4 towers down compared to the Hellborn side, only 2 down. So the Legion team actually slightly has an edge here in terms of towers, because if they pick up the same amount of towers, they will go up ahead a bit slightly here, and at the right time especially, because you look at Pestilence, he has 1.5k safe style. Definitely we're going to work towards that shrunken head as well. He has the helm of the Black Legion now as well, so that's going to help him a lot in this game, as the Legion team may be thinking about going in here. Will they actually decide to jump him as, possible jump on Aluna? No, they will not spot him in fact. And I guess that's going to be all. Top lane, we do see Emerald Warden there, but he does have a Homecoming Stone as well as a, what's that called, Assassin's Shroud, and that's just going to greatly boost her burst damage onto this Legion team. They have to watch out for that Emerald Warden right now, because he with that Assassin's Shroud, he's just going to do so much damage along with the combination of the bird.
Yup, that bird, man, that bird. Of course, Emerald Warden still forever popular in the Southeast Asian scene. And of course, like you mentioned before the game started, Cthulhu making a splash. And I still want to see more Flux, but that is besides the point. And yeah, 7-7 hero kills, so it is still tied up. Such an even game. This actually reminds me of the Grand Finals, the Dustbin game, if you recall, at the Garena Star League. It was such an even game. Reminiscent of this as well, so it all depends on one clash really. Once the momentum builds, it's really hard to take it away, and we just have to wait and see who does the right things and who does the wrong things, and it'll all be based on that really.
Yeah, it all come down to who makes those mistakes as we reach the 24-minute mark, moving into the mid-game stage. No really stand out item picked up so far, just a PK on the Polywar Priest, as well as that Pestilence now working to it. He bought something. I think he's working towards his Shrunken Head, definitely for sure. Frostburn pick up on Valkyrie. I actually disagree with that, to be honest. With Electrician as well as a Cthulhu, I would have liked to see a Shieldbreaker, definitely. But of course, they do have the Pestilence to minus the armor of those 2 heroes. But then again, what good is that Frostburn gonna do much besides, it doesn't really provide you with that much damage. It provides you with the attack speed and attack damage and, a slight boost of HP. But I would have preferred to see a Shieldbreaker, because this whole Legion team can just support around this Valkyrie.
Yup, one assumes he is just trying to rush his Frost of Skull. That would definitely be good with the ability to kite both Cthulhu as well as Electrician right there. But of course, we'll have to wait and see, and it is still a far away that item is. And actually taking a look at Luna, he has done a very good job of dewarding. In fact, Plague Rider as well, so I have to give props to them. It's not easy playing support and always keeping your eye out on the enemy wards. So definitely props to them. Both teams still the game just so even right now. Still dead and center the gold and experience lead. And both teams do not want to make mistakes. Look at this, just playing so passively. Hellborn team as well. Look at that bottom lane. They're just camping the tower. That's how afraid they are. Just playing so passively. They do not want to cause even a single death. So 25 minutes in, only 14 kills. It is a very passive game, but it will pick up soon, Harry, don't you think?
Yeah, most definitely. Once those core items are picked up by all the heroes here, we will definitely start seeing some epic clashes coming out here. But right now, on paper, based on the farm that both teams have, it's pretty much dead and center. Based on their lineups and on paper, who do you give advantage to in a clash right now for the mid game?
Well, like I already said, I still give it to Legion team because Hellborn team isn't that tanky yet. We're talking about the Cthulhu as well as the Electrician. They ain't that tanky yet. Of course, Portal Key on both Polywalk Priest as well as Pestilence. Such a strong combination. You got the Plague Goo ultimate as well, and the RNG nukes from Blacksmith. You never know when you might get a 4-time multicast. Those are so annoying to deal with, by the way. And actually, Emerald Warden very close to her Shrunken Head. So that might be a little problematic for the Legion team. Like I said, I really want to see them push more. Simply because of the voodoo wards, but time is ticking right here. Hellborn team are starting to get beefed up.
Yeah, most definitely here. The Legion team, they have to be really, really careful against this Hellborn side. Shrunken Head almost going to be picked up by Wang soon, and that's just going to increase his capabilities of taking down this Legion team even more. Unless the Legion team gets a really huge jump on them, of course. But right now, I don't know. I'm leaning to it more towards orange. Not to be biased, because TTC, of course, they are my team, but I'm definitely leaning towards orange more in terms of in terms of counter initiation here, because let's say Pestilence and Polywalk Priest blinks in and unleashes all their skills. It's really easy for the Hellborn side to counter this. With an Electrician, they all have some sort of a disable to take out that Polywalk, Tongue-Tied, or Hex. So I'm still giving the edge to the Hellborn side just because they have better counter initiation. Even though Aluna is only still level 6 though, really low on levels here. But he is of course the support, so no harm there. And I don't know about you, I know you give the initiation to the Legion team definitely, but if you take a look at the Hellborn lineup, they can just get out of those sticky situations so easily. Electrician has an ulti, a purge. Cthulhu can just charge away, Midas can just blink Elemental Warp out. Emerald Warden can just, Assassin's Shroud out of there, so I don't know. I'm still giving advantage to the Hellborn team right now.
Yeah, in terms of 5v5, I suppose you're right on that, but again, I want to see more aggression from the Legion team. You got those 2 portal keys and you're pretty much not doing anything with it. You got the arrow from Valkyrie as well, able to set up some great ganks, but still we do not see that at all, as Shrunken Head, I believe, is finished on Pestilence right there. So the race to the Shrunken Head is complete. So Pestilence finishes first and Emerald Warden is closing in. Arrow not gonna land right there, but still such a passive game. Both teams just content on farming. Not too sure when we are gonna see the next clash, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely both teams playing so safely. 7-7, it's been this way I think since what, the 20-minute mark, something like that, or 18-minute mark. So it's been about 10 minutes of non-stop farming. So I believe, as much as I don't want to say this, it's probably going to be a 17-minute game again. And Bulwark being picked up by Valkyrie as well, and on positive armor. So I definitely disagree with that. Why is Valkyrie picking out the Bulwark? That is for sure. Electrician actually has a Bulwark as well, but also on positive armor. So he is trying to negate off that Pestilence ulti, but that's why I would like to see Valkyrie change this to negative, of course, to cancel out his Bulwark there. But a Bulwark on a Valkyrie, I definitely disagree. And again, sorry if you guys are hearing some background noise. We are live on site here at Orange Wang Samaju. So if you're Malaysian, head on down here, say hi to some of the Singapore GMs, the TTC team, and all the other competitive players, and just join in on the atmosphere here because it is just awesome right now. So if you're Malaysian, you know, we're gonna be here till about 6 maybe. So just come on down, enjoy some fun with us here. Getting back into the game though, nothing much changed so far after all that said.
Yep, and now Legion team, they are grouped up at the top lane. Fortification is used, but they are gonna get the tower nonetheless. They're just trying to buy some time. Will they port to the bottom lane though is the question. This would be an excellent opportunity. Only 3 heroes there. Why did they not port in? They have the 2 portal keys. They could have picked them off, knowing that the Hellborn team was not complete their lineup. So again, some questionable moves right there. Fortunately, they did not lose the tower. As middle lane though, Emerald Warden will go down. So finally we see a kill, and now will not chase any further. So Emerald Warden does go down despite having the assassin shot, and that is exactly what I was talking about. Portal key just too strong. You never know when you might get jumped. So Hellborn team just simply forced to always stick together. Legion team just need to find a way to separate them.
Yep, definitely here, 8-7. So 1 kill advantage for Legion team, but that is nothing here. Look at that! Look at that advantage bar. You know, we don't see this too often in competitive play. It's usually never dead and center, and just both teams just playing all out. I would say playing with their full heart here and not wanting to give away any lead that they have here. And instantly, Orange calls out a pause, and yeah, not too sure what's going on there, but it wouldn't be a competitive game without a pause, of course.
That it would not, my friend. And of course, let's just talk about the game a bit more while we are paused. Yes, a lot of people crowding around the gameplay area right there, so I can't even see what's going on. Of course, we are somewhat far away. But yeah, definitely exciting to be here. Always fun to cast some games live on site, meeting all the people as well from the community. Definitely big shout out to everyone who always tunes in and supports us. But yeah, this game, man, just so even. And now we do have 2 shrunken heads rather on both Palawak Priest as well as Pestilence. So that is definitely good for the Legion team. Hellborn team though, Shaman's headdress finished on Cthulhuphant as well as Electrician, so that is gonna negate a lot of damage in the form of that Plague Rider as well as Blacksmith. You know, even Valkyrie with the arrow on top of the call, but oh, I don't know, man. This game can just swing either way. Still, just so close. What is that? Midas does have his portal key, so that is definitely good. I actually have that for quite some time now. Has 1.7k gold as well. So not too sure what he will go for, as the G's are going to be called.
Rock.
So we are going to see the game resumed finally. Will we see action though? That is the question right here. So Mighty Blade picked up by Midas, so another shrunken head in the works. This game is going to be a game of shrunken heads. Yeah, like you predicted, Eric, this is probably going to reach the 70-minute mark. But hopefully we do see some amazing clashes once we reach there, as the Panda Courier kill the courier. As I would say, no, killing the courier equals auto win if you don't already know. But yeah, and still no action, man. I don't know. What do you want to say about the game?
I don't know. Seems like a pretty. I guess both teams are just really scared. They do not want to make any mistakes whatsoever, and I don't blame them, definitely. If I was in their situation, I would probably be freaking out. My hands would be shaking, not wanting to make the first mistake in the game. You know, I used to play competitive COD4, and it's just a really how do you say, nerve-wracking thing to go through, especially when you're playing and when so much is on the line here. You know, you have to keep your calm. And considering this Legion team, they're still new, you know, to this as a team. I would say they're not new to the competitive scene, but they are new as a team together. So maybe they are feeling a bit of the nerves here, you know, trying to get the communication and everything to line up perfectly. But definitely, I don't blame them for being nervous and for how the game is being turned out right now. 8-7 and just 1 kill advantage for Legion's side. Both know exactly what's on the line here, and both teams have some sort of a rivalry going on between each other. You know, they both have so much at stake, not just the money, but the pride. You know, the pride of taking down the other team. You know, they just have so much on the line here, and they both just don't want to lose. So we will have to see both teams playing all out with their heart. Who will come out on top? Who will choke and make that first mistake first? We will approach that mark soon, I believe. 40 minutes coming soon, and like a movie, you know, clashes coming soon to theater near you.
That it is, my friend. Like you said, exactly. And what is there to say? It's such an even game. And I just gotta give props to the Legion team, of course. They've been formed less than 1 week, and they are giving Orange Esports a run for their money. And a lot of people don't really realize that playing in a LAN environment is totally different from playing online with the comfortability of your home. So that is definitely one factor as well to take account. With them being relatively new as a team at least. And of course, Orange Esports has been around for quite some time, despite having several roster changes. Well, they've been together for quite some time. Communication, they play with each other every night, scrims and other such. But I'm still very impressed by the Legion team with their performance thus far. I mean, they've made it all this way as Valkyrie ultimate use. Will they go in though? Oh, they had the blue ward in the middle lane, so Legion team unable to capitalize right there due to the blue ward. So still no action just yet. Fortunately though, Valkyrie is able to catch up on some farm at the top lane. And I'm actually a little bit worried for the Legion team, because they really need to get more levels on both the Blacksmith as well as the Plague Rider. Probably send them to follow the Valkyrie at the top lane. He's just farming, might as well leech some XP, because Plague Rider ultimate just so important in those clashes, and having it at level 2 would really help. Blacksmith as well, the RNG procs, you never know, when they are gonna proc and do some massive nuke damage, so definitely would be nice to have it at level 2. So want to see them give some levels and experience to the supports right there. Of course, Hellborn team, it's pretty much only a Luna, doesn't scale that well with levels, so they don't really mind that.
So yeah, this game just carries on. Both teams again not wanting to make any mistakes at all. Legion team could have capitalized there. I really don't know why they didn't go in. They had the blue ward. They were well aware of what Emerald Warden was trying to do. He was trying to come in and catch someone off guard. Pestilence was there. If he had just blinked in with that ulti and activated that shrunken head, Emerald Warden would have just gone down so quickly. Look at his HP, 1.1k HP. He would have dropped like a fly, and that would have spelled GG for the Hellborn side, I would say, at least for that clash. But I'm not too sure why the Legion team didn't go in there. Just, I guess, nerves, and just I really don't know. I would have liked to see them go in and capitalize on that, of course. But this game is still pretty much centered. Look at that. Golden experience. Both teams just keeping on their farm. And this is just turning up to be a farm fest. I just want someone to engage here and just give us something to cuss about, because right now there's nothing to talk about.
I might get damned for saying this, but this is really reminiscent of competitive LOL. I know, I'm damned now, Betrayer and such, but it really is, because it is so passive, and it is unlike Han, to be honest, because Han is just such a fast-paced game. Even if you compare it to Dota still, there's a lot of farming going on, and the games tend to be more dragged out. But seeing this in Han is really unusual with two such great teams. I guess just they really do not want to make a single mistake, not even willing to take a risk, even if they can get great rewards from it. But I don't know, man, like what do as another shrunken head is picked up right there. As action, finally we see a kill. So Pestilence as well as Plague Rider pick off a Luna right there, trying to de-ward, so they get another kill. So that is definitely good. Trying to pick off heroes to slowly gain an advantage, try and build up the momentum. Valkyrie still enjoying some farm at the top lane. He has been controlling that lane, in fact, throughout this time. Let's take a quick look at the goal per minute. Yep, he is topping the chart at 355, followed by the Pestilence as well as Emerald Warden. So things are still looking good for the Legion team, but at the same time, the Hellborn team just will not fall behind at all. They're just always keeping their position right here. And so Pestilence as well, trying to control the middle lane. So I guess this is what the Legion team is trying to do right now. They're just trying to control all 3 lanes, you know, deny farm from the Hellborn team, ward up so that they can't jump them. And yeah, I guess they're just, that is their strategy right now. Just deny all 3 lanes and just farm out, which is pretty good to be honest. Now Hellborn team trying to de-ward this area right here. Wolf's gonna be used, but of course no heroes nearby, and they are gonna de-ward that and possibly go for Kongar. Probably not the best idea though, as Legion team does have superior initiation, so still not the best idea to do so. And look at this, they are still controlling all 3 lanes except the bottom lane, because Polywalk Priest decided to go to the middle to help. But look at Valkyrie, he has been at that top lane for a good like 10 to 15 minutes now. And how much gold he has now? Another 1k gold saved up on top of that Shrunken Head. So he is gonna get more damage item really soon. Shrunken Head picked up onto Midas right there. So still no Shrunken Head on the Cthulhu nor the Electrician just yet, but doesn't really matter because they're just so tanky. And I don't know, this game just nobody wants to jump in first. Nobody is willing to take the risk. As arrow gonna be used right there, but still not gonna be landing on anyone. Just a scout arrow, I guess you could call it. As I believe Barrier Ideal was picked up by Cthulhu, so definitely excellent item pickup right there. Gonna negate the Plague Rider ultimate, especially, and of course the nukes from Blacksmith as well. Storm Spirit gonna be picked up by Polywalk Priest. So both teams, all heroes, just content on just farming and pick up their items. So this game, we're gonna see a clash. You said at 40 minutes. It's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be 30. What is it gonna be? Like 50?
Probably the only clash of the game will happen when the game ends, I would say. Both teams will probably just farm it out until every single player in this game will have a Shrunken Head, and it's all about who uses it and who initiates better, and that one clash will just basically cost you the game. So the only clash that's going to happen, I would assume, will basically win this game, because right now it's 9-7, just a 2-kill advantage for the Legion side, but the gold advantage is only 1.7k. That is nothing 40 minutes into this game. Both teams just playing the farming game, and I don't know, who do you think is going to come out on top in terms of both teams playing the farming game? Because if you look right now, Emerald Warden is the so-called hard carry of the Hellborn side, but they do have a lot of semi-carries. Basically every single one of their heroes on the Hellborn team is a semi-carry. Cthulhu, Electrician, Midas and Aluna all can be semi-carriers. And in Legion side, they only have a Valkyrie, which, you know, is also considered a semi-carry, I would say. Semi-hard carry, something like that. So, but who do you think will come out on top in the farming game?
I still want to give a slight advantage to the Legion team, simply because they have 3 Shrunken Heads right now, and they are grouping out the middle lane, so they are finally going to look to push. They feel confident right now. Hellborn team, the Cthulhu as well as Midas are at that bottom lane. Of course, both of them have homecoming stones. They might just concede the middle tower though. Pestilence taking some damage, does not want to overcommit. He'll try to save up as much health as he can. Arrow not gonna land on anyone. Just a blind arrow, trying his luck. Now they are chipping away at the tower. Will the Hellborn team react though? Bottom lane, let's take a quick look at the health before we go back to middle lane. It is still, I think, around 80% health as the middle tower goes down. Legion team can port to the bottom lane and set up gank right here. There we go. Will they blink in? Pestilence blinks in, missing the stun. Really unfortunate right there. Oh, so close. Unfortunately, trampled used by Cthulhu, saving his life, but might not be enough though, as Legion team still in pursuit. Supports are coming in as well. Wow, great trample right there from Cthulhu, but the chase is still on. You need to stop chasing. The Hellborn support are coming in. They are still going in, but here we go. Clash is imminent, and Aluna not enough mana, only 1 stun, so they do get the kill. So that was definitely worthwhile. So 10-7 in favor of the Legion team right now. That could have gone horribly for the Legion team, but fortunately for them, it went the best way it could have been. And now they are just gonna pick up and more farm, and Rift Shard is picked up by Valkyrie right there, so gonna boost his DPS even more. And of course, Pestilence with that Ice Brand. I don't really agree with that. What do you think? I think he should have gone for more minus armor perhaps, or what do you think?
I guess he's just going tanky, I would assume, and you know, because he has that superior flight, he just wants to probably kite. Maybe he's gonna go for a frost wolf, something like that. You know, to provide a bit more versatility in those clashes, I guess. But definitely, I do not agree with it. I would have preferred to see a maybe even what's that called, Shieldbreaker, because no team from no heroes from the Legion side has a Shieldbreaker. No, Rift Shards now it's picked up level 1, is it? Yeah, level 1 Rift Shards on that Valkyrie. So she's gonna continue her farm, sitting at 400 gold per minute. Both sides actually not saving up money for buybacks, to be honest. Midas sitting at 1.3 gold. Electrician, I think, working towards a hex probably, or maybe even a what's that called? Frostfield plate. Yeah. So. But again, aside from the 3 kills that the Legion team were able to pick off, twice on Aluna, once on Cthulhu, that's pretty much all the action that we've gotten so far. You know, so it's still pretty much anyone's game, though the Legion team has taken a 3.5k gold advantage.
Yep, and of course that is pretty much nothing. 43 minutes in, that is such a minimum advantage right there. And Nullstone is going to be worked on by Emerald Warden, but yeah, I can see the reasoning behind that, but again, I still have to give the advantage to the Legion team. But they have the Pestilence as well as the Valkyrie. Valkyrie can be really scary late game, you know, given the right amount of farm, and she is getting the right amount of farm right now. And of course, Hellborn team, Emerald Warden is not that bad, right? She is not farmed up enough to go up against that Valkyrie, so they can't really win, in my opinion at least, against a full-on clash. Especially since the Legion team has 3 shrunken heads. I mean, they can only target the blacksmith as well as the plague rider, so the 3 key heroes are still gonna chip away at you, you know, slowly and steadily will kill you. So they are grouping up now, and I just want to point out, look at the minimap, look at how many wards and D wards are on the map. It is insane. Both teams doing an amazing job throughout the whole game. 40 minutes in right here, and still on top of the warding as well as the de-warding, as follow-up Priest warding through the bottom lane. But of course, Cthulhu did Homecoming Stone back to base right here. So Legion team will not push in the end, and they are forced to fall back right here. Pick up their farm, perhaps steal the Hellborn neutrals a bit, perhaps. No, not gonna do it. And taking a quick look at Valkyrie, I believe Rishot's level 3. Okay, so only level 2 right now, but still that is a lot of damage. What are we looking at right here? Why is the shot open? There we go. And what is Valkyrie actually hitting for? Could you check really quick, Arctic? Yeah, so she is hitting for 200 damage per hit. That is a lot of damage. I mean, if you look at the Hellborn team, they're not that tanky, to be honest. Like, even Electrician only has 1.6. Look at the Pestilence 2.4. So they're really not that tanky, and you know, Legion team does have minus armor as well, so you have to take that into consideration. But it is still anyone's game right now. Look at this, just constant de-warding. It is insane right now.
Yeah, the wards and D-wards, it's battle of the wards and D-wards, and you know, better placement and all that. Both Legion and Hellborn team are doing a really good job. But right now, looking at the game, to be honest, I think Hellborn's side will lose this late game, just because if Plague Rider and Blacksmith gets those levels, you know, those RNGs coming from Blacksmith as well as that Plague Rider will do a lot of damage compared to Aluna. You know, Aluna not going to be able to do much, considering he has no items at all. You know, he can be played as a semi-carry, but with absolutely no items, that's just not going to help him at all. And Cthulhu, he's not beefed up at all. With just a Barrier Idol and a Helm in the Black Legion, he can be taken down within a few hits of Pestilence ulti there as well. So definitely giving the advantage to the Legion team right now, just based on that. But we will have to see, because 2.4k is saved out by Electrician here. Legion team, maybe they're feeling a bit confident, maybe they want to go through with this, or do they want to drag this game out a little bit more? Top lane, we do see Cthulhu there. He is going to TP back, however. Will we finally see a clash? What is going to happen as Aluna trying to cut down those trees as well, so that the Legion team cannot juke inside those. Look at those Emerald Warden traps as well. Oh, arrow! Not gonna hit though. Almost hitting there. Did he? Oh my gosh! Misclick there by Mr. Pokerface using his shrunken head. Legion team, I hate to say this, but now would be the best time to go in. That was a huge shrunken head waste there. I believe it was his 10-second one as well. Let me check there. No, it was a 9-second shrunken hit, but still, you know, that was a huge waste. It's on 50-second cooldown. Will the Legion capitalize on this, or will the Hellborn team have superiority because of that high ground? We will have to see. But Clash not going on just yet. Will the Legion team actually decide to go through with this? Arrow! There you go! 5-second arrow onto Midas. Here we go. Ulti's going off everywhere. Midas, will he be taken down? There he goes. He's getting taken down. Pestilence getting electric static grip. Top Blade Rider. Ulti bouncing all over the place. Here we go. What's going on? Midas, he bought back. Did he buy back? Yeah, he bought back here. But Legion team coming out on top here. Pestilence going down. 2 heroes dropping for the Hellborn side. But still, they are not going to be able to take down this tower as Pestilence. Oh my gosh, the Legion team are now in the running for their lives. Pestilence buys back as well. Hush Hush Valkyrie using his ulti here. Will they go through with this push? Emerald Warden is down. They can do this actually, but they do not want to follow through. So I think that Pestilence buyback was a total waste. So he had 2.2k saved up. I would have preferred to see him not to buy back. He has just wasted a lot of money, a chunk of his money, so to say. And did he? How come he went down so fast? What's his shrunken hit at? It's at 8 seconds as well. He did. It's on cooldown. Oh, okay. So Pestilence didn't shrunken hit in time, just as he went in, instantly got static grip by Electrician. So I guess mistake by Pestilence that it could have swung either way there if Pestilence had used his shrunken hit on time and not get caught by Electrician. I believe the Hellborn side would have probably been taken down there. But 13-8, Legion team definitely extending their lead. They look like they are in a very good position, but Hellborn side can very much still win this game.
Yeah, finally we are starting to see action pick up. Now warding Kongor pit right there. Smart move by the Legion team. But again, just so even. Really unfortunate that Pestilence bought back, you know, a panic buyback right there. But, you know, they forced 2 heroes from the Hellborn team to buy back, you know, Electrician as well as Midas. If he did not buy back, that would have really been great for the Legion team. And now Hellborn team thinking about taking Kongor right here, but they need to be careful. Legion team are prepared though, and they are starting to save up money. Look at Padawan Priest, he has 3,000 gold saved up. And this is exactly what I was talking about. I give the advantage completely to the Legion team if this game drags out. Look at Valkyrie, 500 crit per hit right there. They're just getting beefed up, man. Valkyrie has another 2.6k gold saved up. Plague Rider as well as Blacksmith are starting to pick up on level, so everything is starting to look good for the Legion team. They finally have taken the lead. 6k, albeit not much, is still a lead in this insane game right here, as Emerald Warden will port away right there, and Cthulhuphant will Homecoming Stone back, as arrow will not land though. Midas just seems to be an arrow magnet right there. But here we go, we are gonna get ready for the second clash. The Hellborn team is unsuccessful for this. They might just lose the game immediately right here, Arctic.
Yeah, definitely the Legion team can definitely take this now, but they have to act now before they give away their lead. Definitely. Will we see yet another lucky 5-second arrow hitting someone? And you know, the Hellborn side making a comeback here in this game. We will have to see. Legion team definitely still sticking around, trying to find the perfect opportunity here to maybe try and win this game. Will we see a Imba arrow hitting here, or will we not? We just have to wait and see here. But the Hellborn side just really good job with those wards. Shree, I have to commend him, man. He's doing a really good job with those wards. Placing down those wards, ND wards constantly. He has absolutely no farm. What's his GPM at? He's at 143. It's still higher than the Plague Rider and the Blacksmith, of course, but still, that is just, oh, arrow not gonna hit this time, and Midas will be a bit luckier this time. And the Legion team, they are just trying to find the perfect opportunity here. Do you think this is a good idea, just waiting it out?
I guess yes and no. They should consider defending top lane. Look at top lane. That is a lot of creeps. You can easily farm that wave. But they are going to choose to stick in this middle lane though. They need to be careful not to overcommit. No one mistake and the Hellborn will take the momentum and take Kongor as well. And that might just cost the Legion team the game. And they are well aware of it. And of course, something that we did not mention, by the way, as Shure would always say, Blacksmith, man. Frenzy Warrior. That's what's winning it for them.
That is true. That frenzy buff is just insane. It provides 15 movement speed and 50 attack speed. That's a lot to deal with, especially if used on like a Valkyrie. That's gonna I know when he's doing like what, 500 crits. Oh, double damage from bottom lane. Not picked up though, not spotted. That could have determined a win or loss here, maybe, you know. But yeah, like I said, you know, Frenzy on that Valkyrie. At the amount he's hitting for, he's critting for 500 now, I think. Level 3 spell shards still. Probably gonna get level 4 soon, or maybe saving up for a big item there. There you go, level 4 spell shards. He's probably gonna be critting for about what? 500 to 600 damage, and that is just insane. Along with that Frenzy, he's gonna do a lot of damage here. And the Hellborn side, the Legion team does not have a ward. Oh, they actually do have a ward here. Weird ward placement here by G with the flow as well, but they are well aware of no Conqueror attempt from the Hellborn side, so they're just gonna continue farming here. Look at that, 574 crit from Valkyrie. That is an insane amount of damage. Let's see the Frenzy. Let's see how fast he attacks. He is hitting at 0.6. One attack every 0.6 seconds. That's a lot of damage to deal with. So it's just all about who gets off those skills first, and you know, whether or not the BKBs are used at the right time and who is in the better positioning right now. But again, 53 minutes. We're back to that game, farming.
Yep, it is definitely back to the farming game right here. And I mean, if you look at Valkyrie, she does not even have her full items. She has not even split up that Frostburn into the Geometer Bane as well as Frostwolf combination. So I mean, she can get even scarier right now. If she gets that Geo Bane, that is a lot of damage output coming out from the Legion team, and Hellborn team are well aware of it. They are trying to get as much farm as they can. Look at Katufan, he actually bought a barbed armor right there, so interesting pickup. They're trying to reflect as much damage as he can. Of course, Shrunken Head as well, Nullstone on that Emerald Warden, trying to boost his survivability, but at the same time that simply means that he has not enough damage, you know, compared to both the Pestilence as well as the Valkyrie right now. Aluna though, still no item just yet, has been pretty much the ward bitch the entire game. Only 900 hit points. She has been doing a great job this entire game. Always spot on the warding. Legion side though, Tablet Command on Blacksmith and still no items on the Plague Rider just yet. I'm just surprised that Pestilence does not have any money. Did he buy something? Might be in the stash. I'm pretty sure that Pestilence had more money with him. So what did he actually buy? Could we check the courier if it is inside the courier? No, it is not. So that does not work, my friend. So yeah, that is going to be interesting to see. Did he or did he not spend anything? And look at Polywalk Priest, 4,000 gold. What do you think he's going to go for? Oh, okay, there's your answer right there. So instantly purchases a Staff of the Master. I don't know, what do you think about that?
I would prefer to see the hacks, to be honest, because both teams don't have the hacks at the moment. Hellborn side, I to be honest, they're not even close to one. Legion team, they're probably the closest to it, but I don't know. Like I said, the Hellborn side, they're looking like they are in the worst off position here, as a Frostwolf Skull being picked up by Pestilence. So there's your answer, Mr. Bex. The Frostwolf Skull pickup from Pestilence, that's going to greatly boost his damage, his tankiness in this game, and he's going to be able to kite the Hellborn side a lot more if he gets that Shrunken Head off in time, that's for sure. But yeah, definitely looking towards maybe pushing soon.
Yep, I have a feeling this is going to be the final clash right here, guys. Frostwolf Skull on that Pestilence, Staff of the Master on Polywalk Priest, as well as Demonic Breastplate on that Valkyrie. So here we go, final clash. They are grouping up at this bottom lane. They are going to push this lane. Legion, Hellborn team rather, are expecting them to come in through the middle lane. A little do they know, the Legion team has a surprise for them. Here we go, they are starting to push in. Hellborn team, they are starting to prepare all the wards in the location, trying to pick up as much farm as they can, and of course warding the Congar pit as well. But will it be enough? Simply so many items on the Legion team right now, and of course Hellborn team, they are trying to save up for buybacks. Only Emerald Warden at this point has enough for buybacks. Cthulhufen and Electrician, if they die, they will lose a significant amount of gold and will not have enough for any buybacks. So this is it, man. It's now or never. They have pushed the bottom lane. No creep wave is going to push itself, and now they are grouping up at this middle lane. This is it, man. We are finally going to see an end to this game, perhaps. I'm sure the players are so stressed out. Almost an hour in, only 21 kills. That is insane. Arrow going to be used, but not going to land onto anyone. Almost right there. But here we go. Polywalk wards. Pestilence jumps in. Initiation happening right here as Midas Cyclone is used. but will go down nonetheless. Cthulhu not as tanky as you think you are, my friend. Electrician also taking a lot of damage, but Pestilence also taking a lot of Plague ultimate. And will take out that Cthulhu, and now Hellborn team in full retreat mode. Look at that. Will go to Arrow lands, and there we go. They get the rack right there, and this should be GG. Only one hero went down for the Legion team, but they actually bought back. So Hellborn team actually had enough for buyback. So they did get one rack, but it is still not over, man. But with that clash alone, 14k gold lead and 17k experience lead, that is insane.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard the cheers in the class, but that is the atmosphere going on here at Orange Cafe, Wang Samaju. So again, if you're in Malaysia, if you have the means to get down here, whether by bus, taxi, or driving, whatever, it doesn't matter, come down here and join up with the fun. We are having such a good time here looking at all the players meeting up with one another, you know, the competitive players, and it's just a good time of fun and enjoyment. So if you have the free time, just come on down. We will be here until about 6 to 7 p.m. This is only the winner of the this is only the finals of the winners bracket. We still have the grand finals to play for, as well as the losers bracket. So we will definitely be looking to see who takes this game. But right now, TTC, they look like they are in a really good position here. 14k gold lead and 17k experience lead, but still any mistake could cost them. But Legion team definitely looking like they are in a better spot. This is what I was talking about, Blacksmith and Plague Rider. The higher levels they go, they are gonna help carry this team. Because looking at the Hellborn side, Aluna level 10 with no items. He is not gonna be able to do anything for the Hellborn side, as you saw earlier on. Pestilence just blinking in, two-shotting him after one stun, and he just dropped down really quickly. And lots of screams coming out. Not too sure what's going on. I think the losers bracket game is going on as well, as a pause is going to be called out. Apparently some issues with PCs yet again. Hopefully we won't have that problem, as Bomb actually will reconnect finally. Let's see what goes on. 18 to 9 in favor of the Legion team. Let's see what happens and what unfolds in this game. But I'm excited, Bex.
Let's rock.
I completely agree with you, man. And that clash, I think, pretty much cost it for the Hellborn team. Look at the score right there at the bottom part of the screen. Pretty much 4 of the players have used their buybacks. In fact, Electrician no longer has a buyback. Only Aluna, but Aluna can't even afford a buyback, of course. And it is just not looking good for the Hellborn team. Legion team has pretty much deprived them of gold right now, you know, forcing them to waste their money on those buybacks. And now Legion team still in advantage in terms of goal. Look at that. As another vote to pause this call, I assume more technical issues. So we will continue to talk about the game as the marshals will resolve the issue over there. And yeah, so not sure what happened, but anyway, Polywalk Priest has 2.5k gold saved, so he can definitely save up for buybacks right there. Pestilence still 1.8k. Look at Valkyrie 3.4. They are just so rich right now. Valkyrie, she could go for items and just end the game, or would you rather see her save up for a buyback just in case?
I would prefer to see her save up until she can get she can afford another big item, which I presume. Oh wait, what happened to her Frostburn? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? She's splitting it. She got something there, I think. Oh, she's probably gonna get either a Frostwolf. No, I don't think so. Probably a what is that called? Geomancer is definitely to boost her damage output in this game, because not Geomancer, sorry, Geometer's Bane. Am I saying it right? Okay, I'm getting lost for words here, but yeah, G-Man got called out. We're gonna see a Geometer's Bane on this Valkyrie probably, but what's gonna happen to her for her Icebrand? Oh no, there you go. Okay, that's interesting. I guess I was wrong, but yeah, she probably just saving up for the item straight away, or maybe saving for a buyback as they look to push down this bottom tower. But they definitely have that advantage right now. To be honest, I actually want to see maybe Peston sell off that shotgun hit and rebuy it, because he's just so beefed up now. I don't think any other items that she needs, because he has the demonic breastplate, maybe a barrier idol, I don't know. But the Hellborn side don't have much magic damage as well, so I don't even know what Pestilence can save up for right now.
Yep, and of course clash is imminent. This is gonna be the final clash if Hellborn team is unsuccessful in defending this. Can they make their stand right here? That is the question. Legion team, they are preparing the wards. They can potentially take Congar if they like, but it is still very risky, and of course they would rather take the base. Hellborn team trying to spread out, do not want to get caught by the Pestilence stun right there. And keep in mind, Legion team can still afford to buy out, and they are still outplaying the Hellborn team right now. No one jumping in just yet. And it is just a game of chicken right now. Who will make the first move? That is the question.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see a Hex pickup from one of these players because so far, no Hex. Guinsu item is not here. That Hex, you know, as Bex always points out, just such a strong item pickup. And I don't know if there's a CC limit in this competition. Maybe it's 2. The standard one is 2. So it's probably going to be 2 here, but no Hex being picked up by either side right now. And again, 60-minute mark already, and the game, to be honest, not closing to an end just yet. 14k gold advantage for the Legion side, but they could very well still lose this. Hellborn side, they just need one good clash and they can come back from this. Of course, the Legion team does have a buyout, so they probably have to win 2 good clashes, something like that, before they can actually win this game. As there you go, initiation, Vestin's going in with the stronger hit. Maida's going to get taken down instantly, and I believe this is going to be GG here, as Ward's going to catch Vestin. What's that? Wrong wards there being placed by Cthulhu taking so much damage. Static grip onto Blacksmith, but nice force staff pushing away as Cthulhu is going to go down. Electrician is going to go down as well. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but those are the cheers coming out. I believe it is going to be GG for Team Orange. Really good job, well done for the Legion team. Team TrollCasting probably going to go into the grand finals right now, securing them at least a 2nd spot in this competition. And might I remind you, this is their maiden competition together as a team. This is their very first tournament together, and a boss calls out. Conflict, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, that was a really good clash on the Legion team. Oh, I think it was a bad, just a thing. Oh, there you go. Hellborn has conceded, and TTC will move on into the grand final. So congratulations, guys. We will be taking a short break, but before that, Bex, any last words?
Yeah, brilliantly played by the Legion team. No, they knew that they had it late game, so they just dragged out the game as long as they can. Trying to starve the Hellborn team, deprive them from every single advantage, and they took the game, man. They're looking really strong despite being only their first tournament together. I'm looking forward to the finals, man, and the future of TTC. So definitely, that's all from me, man. What about you?
Yeah, that's all going to be from me. I'm really proud of them. Of course, they are our maiden team, but definitely props to Orange. They played a really, really good game. That game could have swung either way, but I guess the Legion team came out on top, you know, by just a few good clashes there, definitely. So props to them. But we will be coming back shortly, guys. So just stay tuned. We will update you on what game's coming up next. This was Arctic Shadow. Joining me was Bex. We'll be signing up for now, guys.